Well, as you can tell by my shaking this morning, winter has arrived here in southern Oklahoma. And with that, it's a good idea to kind of recheck what I would call the winter checklist about our large animals. The number one thing that I get concerned about when it gets cold weather is making sure we have a good, quality, clean water supply for our animals. Got to make sure that we don't let anything freeze up. We got to keep it open so those cattle and horses or whatever can get a good drink of water. If you have the ability to warm that water up where it's not at the freezing temperature or just above, we know that animals are more likely to consume more water. This becomes pretty important if you have sheep or goats, because those rams and billies and wethers are subject to getting urinary calculi, and so it's really important that they get plenty of water. Horses are another problem. They don't drink enough water. We can have problems with colic, so if you can provide some warm water for those species particularly, you'll probably have less health problems with them. The other thing we have to be concerned about is it takes a lot of energy to stay warm when it gets cold, so we need to look at our feeding. We're probably going to have to provide some extra feed during this time. The last thing I would talk about is shelter. Obviously we can't build barns big enough to house all our cattle, but if we can provide them with a windbreak or maybe an area where there's some trees that they can get into to provide them some protection from the elements, a pasture that's got some tall grass where they can bed down and stay warm, these will all help them as far as being protected from the elements that they encounter. I'd also remind you, don't forget about your small animals too. They need all these requirements and probably some more things for them, for those guys too. Hey, if you'd like some more information about cold weather protection, if you'll go to sunup.okstate.edu, we'll put you some information there.